guys, welcome back. So today we are going over my meal plan for the week, and I'm going to show you day by day the food that I make and kind of show you the recipes and everything. Everything will be linked down below, and to start, we're just going to go off of my meal plan. So tonight I'm gonna make a caramelized onion and beef soup. That's what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight, and there is 6.5 grams of net carbs. And then tomorrow I'm having coffee in the morning, my normal coffee, and then I get bacon at work, so I'll grab 2 slices of bacon. And then I'm going to make tonight mini meatloafs. So I have 3 mini meatloaf pans. I'm gonna make one, cook it for dinner. Gonna make one for lunch tomorrow and cook it and have it all ready to bring for work. And then I'm gonna just prep the other 2 because Dylan and I will be having that for dinner on Wednesday together. So then tomorrow night I'm having a ginger sesame pork bowl. So I'm actually thinking I'm gonna just go ahead and make all of that tonight, or at least prep it and then cook it tomorrow, which I'm gonna show you as well how I do that. And then that makes 2 servings, and so I'm going to eat half or one tomorrow night and then the other one for lunch on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night I'm making sausage and pepper fried rice. And then leftovers again for lunch the next day, and then I'm going to make those meatloafs on Wednesday because Dylan is off, so there will be 2. And then Thursday I'm going to have the sausage and peppered fried rice. That actually makes 3 meals, so I'm going to have that for lunch on Thursday as well. And then for dinner, a 1-pot meatball soup. And then Friday, I'm gonna bring that meatball soup for lunch, and then we're going out for dinner because it is Valentine's Day in the middle of the week and Dylan is working. So we're going out on Friday, so I have that kind of blank because I feel like we're gonna go have some steak. So I'm gonna eat really good. So the whole plan is to force myself to eat better, or to stick to the plan so that I can really get going on this keto. I am not in ketosis right now because I have been slacking really bad. So overall, this is what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna leave everything in the description box down below what I'm having with the net carbs for the day, because that's like the main thing I'm trying to watch is my carb intake, obviously. More than my calories though, that's the thing. Like I'm trying to do more of the carbs than the calorie count. So let's go ahead and get into it for the meatloaf and the caramelized onion and beef soup, and meal prep the ginger sesame pork bowl. So to start, I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to defrost this. It's gonna take a while. Defrost this in the microwave, and then I'm going to prep it for any meals that I have this week that's gonna need this ground beef. Okay, so we are going to make the meatloaf. So I'm going to make a mess. I have the oven preheated to 350, and then I'm going to put the, let's see, I'm gonna put the onions, so about a cup of diced onions. In the bowl. Then the spinach, which is a half a cup. Then we're going to do half a teaspoon of thyme and some garlic, and 1 minced garlic, which is a teaspoon. Okay, so the recipe calls for a half of a teaspoon of thyme. I don't actually have any thyme, so funny. So I'm gonna just skip that and do 1 clove of garlic, which is about 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and so that's a half of a teaspoon I was using. Then we're going to add 1 egg. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the beef. So it's 1 pound of beef, and I'm going to measure that out. I have my 1 pound of beef. I'm gonna just plop that in there and then throw this away. And then we're gonna mix it all up. And so the recipe does call for a half a cup of diced mushrooms, which I do have, but my husband does not like mushrooms. So I'm going to form this into, like, I'm gonna mix it and put 1 of the loaves together, and then I'll add the mushroom because I like mushroom. I'm gonna wash my hands real fast because I definitely think it needs salt and pepper before we form it into the loaves. Okay, so crack some salt, some pepper, and then give it another good mix. So I have these mini loaf pans. So the recipe actually says to use cupcake pans, and then it's 2 cupcake size per serving. So I figured this will work just as good. So we're gonna form this. Okay, so here is my husband's. So I'm gonna set this aside, and then I'm gonna add the mushrooms to the meat mixture. And then give it another good mix. And then we're gonna put these into these 2 pans. And of course it looks like it's a lot more because the mushrooms. So I don't know about you, but I like ketchup on my meatloaf, and so I have this sugar-free ketchup, and since I am making one of these for lunch tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So I just have this Heinz no sugar added ketchup, and I'm going to put it over the top after I give it a good shake. And then I'm going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to cover it up and then bake it. The first thing you'll need is a stock pot, and then I'm going to turn this on to just over medium and get that heated for a second. And then we're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter in here. Let that melt, and then we're going to add our sliced onions and cook that for about 10 minutes. So I have about a half of a cup of thinly sliced onions that I'll add into here. Okay, so these are pretty good and caramelized. Some of them kind of are a little darker, but just more flavor. So I'm gonna kind of scoop these to the sides, and then I'm gonna add 3 ounces of ground beef. And cook that. Now we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 cups of beef bone broth, which I have right here. And I'm just gonna pour this in. And then 1 clove of minced garlic, which is 1 teaspoon of like already minced garlic, which is what I have. Give that a good stir. And then I'm going to salt and pepper this as well. And then we're gonna bring this to a boil, and I never turn down the heat. We're at medium-high heat. smells so good. So we're gonna bring this to a boil. So this is boiling. I have it on a low or a smaller burner, so it's only boiling in that circle, but it is boiling. I'm going to reduce the heat and then let this simmer for about 30 minutes. Then we'll take a look at it when it's done. Okay, here is the finished product. I actually let it cool down a little bit because I wasn't gonna eat it right away. It looks so good, it smells so good, so I'm gonna go ahead and make me a bowl and then put the other serving up so that I can have it later on this week. All right, let's give this a try. That is so good. Oh my gosh, that's so good. So this is gonna be my dinner for tonight. I also wanted to show you what the meatloaf looked like because it has been out for quite a while. There it is. I split it in half to make sure that it was cooked in the middle. So I'm going to put this in a microwave safe dish and then have that for lunch tomorrow with some green beans. I just emptied a can of green beans and I'm going to just microwave that with the meatloaf tomorrow for lunch, and that'll be good. And then I will check in here in a second will be the clip for tomorrow night.